So just going to be a very quick video today going over some stocks that I'm watching. So overall, kind of a choppy day, and then we got a dump into close here. See a lot of stocks pulling back. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes, but I did want to talk about DWAC, Sofi, and a little bit about Facebook today. So let's get into that. All right, so first up, we're going to talk about DWAC, and I think this one is going to be a meme stock in 2022. It's very volatile. It has crazy price action, but when it goes, it goes. And today, it did break out of what I had charted. It did get over $90, and it was doing very well. Got to almost 97 before we got a huge kill candle from news. Now, originally, this social media was going to launch on February 21st. I'm not sure what the new date is now, but this came out today. It says Trump's back. It plunges after news spreads of delayed app launch. So, it fell from 97 down to 80. The delay in the launch of Trump's True Social has already been announced last month by former Rep. Devin Nunes, a California Republican tapped to run the social media firm. I believe it's still in beta testing, so I'm going to see how the price action reacts to this, if it bounces tomorrow or sells off, but this is something I'm going to keep a close watch on, because if this can come down, I've seen DWAC down before in the 50s and 60s. I think this would be a good area to scale into. Definitely for a trade. I don't think I'm long on this one, but I could see this having another crazy run over $100 when everything is launched and ready to go. And then here's the chart that I had, and I believe I posted this on Saturday or Friday night. Now, this had a nice rounding bottom going, and it broke out over this huge resistance, which is $90, and then, tapped 97, then we got that news. So definitely killed the momentum for the stock at the moment, and it came all the way back down. But we'll see if this holds, and see when the algo goes by, see if any bullish flow comes in, because this is still going to happen. They're still going to launch a social media. There's still going to be news and coverage. So, I wouldn't be surprised if this can break over 85 and hold. Then your next spot is 90 and hold. I would not be surprised if when everything goes down, this gets a lot of momentum and coverage and heads back. I wouldn't be surprised to see 121 again. So I'll definitely be looking to trade this one, but going to be careful. When news like this happens, I just want to see buyers step in. And then to finish things up on DWAC here, you can see the algos did pretty much dump DWAC when it was pumping. So, when it was around 95, they were selling. So I'm going to monitor to see, at what price do they buy the dip. It looks like they tend to buy right around that $80 mark. So going to be watching for that tomorrow. Next up, we're going to get into Sofi real quick. And this is just talking about how Sofi bank charter is a game changer. And basically, they're saying that this is going to be a massive game changer for this industry, as it will effectively lower the cost of doing business for Sofi. Costs will go down, so this will obviously impact their earnings, and they don't need that third party to, offer certain products. This cuts out the middleman for them, thus leading to better margins and increased profits. And it says, according to Noto here, with a national bank charter, not only will we be able to lend at an even more competitive interest rates and provide our members with high yield interests in checking and savings, it will also enhance our financial products and services to ensure they efficiently meet the needs of our members, business partners, and communities across the country, while continuing to uphold a high bar of regulatory standards and compliance. In this article, they go on to say, they were surprised how fast they got the bank charter approval. I think Sofi will do well on these upcoming earnings. I think the free advertisement from the Super Bowl this weekend, that's obviously a plus. I'm not sure how it's going to impact the stock, but I think people will definitely look into what Sofi is and potentially become members, which will impact their numbers. And yeah, I think Sofi is a great buy down here, but it's just definitely going to take patience. I don't see this thing rallying like crazy unless their earnings are very good coming up here. Then we could see a decent pop. All right, looking at the Sofi weekly chart here, you can see that we actually did break out of this downtrend. However, we are coming back down to retest this. So I really want Sofi to hold around this range, at least above 1120. So hopefully tomorrow's not too bearish and we can hold that. But, not much going on here. Still holding very well, just waiting for a move up. We really want to see this thing back over 14 and making its way, back to old resistances. And then if we look at trading ticks here, we can see that algos typically buy Sofi when it is around 1150 or less. That's when they start flooding in. And then they typically, sell. It seems like it gets shorted down, around $12 to $13. So that's what's been happening. But it gives you an idea of where to buy and scale in. And then last thing I just wanted to throw in this video, I put it on YouTube community 2 days ago, but you can see here that the institutional ownership is increasing December, January, February. I believe this is all-time highs for the institutional holding inflow at least. So they're definitely buying up SoFi at these cheaper prices. It's just going to take patience, but I definitely like seeing the increase in institutional ownership. So that is as of, I think, February 22nd. So it's good to see that. I do think a reversal is coming. Maybe they crush earnings and we really start to see this thing pick up, but just wanted to point this out. All right, and then looking at Facebook here on the weekly chart, we know that they just had terrible earnings and they gapped down hard. Now, we've seen this with a lot of tech names. I am looking to scale into Facebook pretty shortly here. I wanted to give it a few days to let the dust settle. I'm glad I waited. Usually give it about 3 to 5 days after bad earnings for things to settle down and see buyers step in. Now, haven't really seen too many buyers step in. I have 220 as a heavy support, and then below that, we start approaching, 208 to 210. That's where I really want to see buyers step in. But I think Facebook is a decent deal down here. It was just in the 300s, maybe a little overvalued then, and people have really taken these earnings and hit the stock hard. So I think in a couple years, Facebook will be fine, and that's why I'm looking to mainly add shares long term and potentially leaps. So definitely approaching a more attractive zone in my opinion, but just something that I am keeping on watch.